Island Cove Outdoor Center on Highway 58 is your local Triton and Tracker Boats dealer. Now stocking Triton boats and the all-new Nitro Bass boats, Tahoe Sports boats, Tracker aluminum boats, and Sun Tracker pontoon boats with the best warranty in the industry. Island Cove, your local service center for Triton and Tracker boats, is second to none. Visit Island Cove Outdoor Center and Island Cove Marina and Resort, Highway 58, your local authorized Triton and Tracker boats dealer.
Ashley's Memorial Day mattress sale is going on now. Right now, you can save $1,000 on select Sealy mattresses or get no interest for 72 months on top bedding brands. Give yourself the restful, rejuvenating sleep you need to be your best self this summer. Only at Ashley.
We're focusing a little bit this morning on your home. After all, your home is your castle, so you want to take care of it. Whether you have a big project or a small one, having the right person to help you is key. Brack Biggs loves to be the one to help you. He has the honeydew service here in town. No job is too small. I think that's a great thing for you.
Nope, we're big and small, we do it all.
You also are big on education, so you certainly will tell you that you can call Brack and they can come out and help you. If you have a heavy piece of furniture to move into your attic, he can help you with that. He can help you with a remodel of sorts.
That's right.
But you like people to know the value of what they're getting.
Very much so. I believe that people understand their home and how it works and the value of it and how to protect and build on that value. They'll act on that, and then they'll start looking for good actors that are out there trying to help them, and that'll bring them to me.
I'm going to tell you something that he and I were having a conversation off camera, so I won't make us go into detail. But to the point of protecting the value of a home, and we'll talk about equity here in a second, you are very careful before you have your employees ever even go into the home. You vet them very, very well to make sure that they're going to finish that project and finish it the right way.
Very much. We, of course, have drug tests and background checks, but we go through a three-phase process where they go through our corporate vetting before they come through our vetting to ensure that they've got the correct skill set, the correct mindset, and the correct ability to have the customer interaction that they need to have, because we're sending people into individuals' homes. This isn't new construction where somebody can just go swing a hammer and act any old way. You're going into grandma's house. You're going into children, places where there are children. So we want to make sure our guys not only are top craftsmen, but they also have the ability to interact with our client partners well.
Okay, so I think that segues nicely then into your topic today, which was equity and why it's important. Maintaining your home is part of what builds that equity. So if you're not trusting people to come into it, how do you maintain it?
Well, the biggest thing is to understand what equity is. And equity is the value of your house above what you owe on it. And what you want to do is create a plan so that you can build on the investment that you've already made. In business, they call it protecting your ROI, your return on investment. And to do that, the first thing you want to mention is worth a pound of cure. The first thing you want to do is set up a strategy to protect the equity that you have in your home. First, my suggestion would be that you either hire a home inspector, and there are many, many fine home inspectors in Chattanooga. They usually cost around $500–600 to come in and do a full inspection of your house. You could also hire a general contractor, but I think it's better to usually hire somebody like a home inspector because they have no dog in the hunt when it comes to fixing things. They're just going to tell you what the issues are. A general contractor may be swayed a little bit by the fact that he wants to get the job. So if you get the home inspector to come in, give you a good basis of understanding, that gives you a good general strategy. Then you bring in a general contractor to cost that plan out, because they'll break it down into sections. You may have electrical issues, exterior issues, interior issues. And then you look at that with the general contractor, or you could act as your own general contractor and bring different subcontractors in and have them cost out each one of those steps so that you can then come up with a plan that you prioritize based on your budget, based on the urgency of the issue, and based on whatever sensibilities you might have. For instance, you may have some older folks that are moving in with you, so you need to be older home compliant, or you may have children that you're wanting to put guards in place for, or you may have, you're going to be gone for August, so you're not going to want any construction then. So then you look at the urgency that you have, the budget that you have, and then what you're needing to, your particular sensibilities in your life, and then you come up with a plan to address that.
Do you think it would be a good idea to kind of have a 5-year plan, like every 5 years maybe you get this inspection done?
Absolutely.
And reassess? Everybody
should go to the doctor at least once a year, probably twice. And the reason you go isn't because you're going to go there and the doctor's going to tell you everything's wonderful. You're going to for him to tell you something, there's a challenge. Now, nobody likes that. I walk into my doctor's office and he says, "Brack, you're ugly and fat." I'm just kidding. He doesn't tell me I'm fat. But anyway, he comes in and he tells us exactly what we need to do, and it may not be something we want to hear, but we know we need to be able to manage ourselves. For your home, you need to do that every 2 or 3 years. You need to have that inspection.
Oh, really? That often? Okay.
You really do, to have that inspection, to know where you are, so you can come up with that plan and execute it at a high level.
Okay, so then you build that equity by, then maybe you do decide to add a project onto your house, add on a patio or a deck, or change out your garage doors. All those things make a difference in the equity?
It helps maintain the equity in the house, but the way to build equity, one is protecting equity, the build equity is you want to do things that are going to actually add square footage or change the footprint to your house. For instance, if you have an attic, a basement, a deck, or you want to do an addition, what that does is the average is about $200 per square foot, but it's only going to cost you maybe $80 to $90 per square foot to do that rebuild. So that means that if you convert a deck into a sunroom, or you convert a screened-in porch to a sunroom, or an attic into a mini apartment, or whatever, you're able to take that square footage then and get the investment back. So say you invest $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, it's almost guaranteed that that equity is going to come back $30,000, $35,000, $40,000, sometimes $60,000 or $70,000.
Gotcha.
So it's an amazing way to double your money instantly by going in and just doing simple conversions.
I want to go back to the beginning of our conversation real quickly, because I know that there are people watching who are thinking, okay, that sounds really good to me. There are also people watching who are thinking, holy cow, gas prices just went up again, and I'm trying to watch every penny I spend. I think I just want to stress the point that you do small things and you do large things. You mentioned going into grandma's house. Grandma might be the one who's not really sure who to turn to. If she needs to have something moved upstairs to that attic and she just can't do it, you're the guy.
You call us, we'll come in and we'll assess that for you and let you know, hey, this is the least expensive way possible, or maybe we want to approach this in a phased fashion so we can spread the budget out over time, or we might want to just do separate scopes of work at different times. But the biggest thing is to realize that Central Tennessee, Northern Alabama, Northern Georgia are in an amazing position right now in the world, in that right now interest rates are probably going to go up 9 to 15% year over year for the next 5 years. So if you're putting money in the bank, it's just going to be wasting away. But if you take that money and create good debt by putting into your home, you're doubling your investment and you're protecting against inflation. So it's a great strategy.
He never comes on to talk about what he can do for you. He always comes on to talk about what he thinks you ought to know that you can do for yourself.
Exactly.
Great to talk to you, Brack.
Lovely to be here. Thank you.
It's the Honeydew service on North Point Boulevard. Best thing to do is call them, 843-4663. If you do want to go online, it's simple, honeydewservice.com.
Thank you very much for having me.
Far too often, people are being seriously injured and hurt because of negligent drivers distracted by their cell phones. If you've been harmed by a negligent or distracted driver, the law is on your side. At Wedemark Keith, it's more to us. It's personal.
At Chattanooga College, we believe our graduates can make a difference in the lives of others. That's why we offer programs in both medical and dental